And good evening, everybody, and welcome back. We are back after our mid-season break. We are back for round 6. It is the British Grand Prix, good old fan favourite. I'm joined by reigning champion Dodo. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's great to be back, and what an incredible track we've got today. My favourite. Always a good race around here, so I'm very much looking forward to it.
It is, and obviously a step up for yourself in the big leagues now. We're commentating with the F1. Feel a bit different, Sam?
Well, hopefully I can live up to Ninja's high standards. That's the aim, and commentate on what will hopefully be a very interesting race.
Yeah, well, as you know, around here we do just like to keep it kind of a casual commentary. We don't get like dead serious. I know you like to do, and you will do, your wonderful run through of the start of the race and of a qualifying lap, because I definitely couldn't do that. But I probably could if I put the time and effort into it. But yeah, minimal time, minimal effort, good results.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to work.
Yeah.
So why change it?
Indeed. We have obviously our usual faces in the lobby so far. We've got 15 races so far. There is now a bit of a change tonight. We've now got rid of the F2 because it was just taking a little bit too long. Maybe it'll come back in season 6. Who knows? Because I did like it. I know everybody else that was racing it liked it. It's a bit of a shame, but it was the transition between F2 and F1 was just taking too long. So
yeah, it's a shame to see F2 go. It was really exciting racing, but like you said, it was just taking too long. So having the 2 tiers in F1 is probably the best way to go for now, and then hopefully next season we can see them return, because like I said, it was great racing when I was commentating on it.
It's just so closer and so much more intense because the cars are a bit more balanced. I understand that we've got these on equal performance, but the cars are a bit more balanced with the reducing of setups and everything, so it was a bit more down to the drivers, where this, I think, is... Yes, obviously we've got quite a lot of quick drivers, but I think this is primarily more the setups, I would say.
Yeah, we also the setups, and also there's obviously no ERS going on in the F2 cars, and the ERS is very powerful, and it gives you a big advantage if you can manage that well. But stripping that away, it really does come down to just the driver, which makes it a lot closer.
It does indeed. It does take a big factor, does ERS. I think more than what we actually think. Especially, like you say, when it comes to management of it.
Yeah, it's hugely important. It can make and break a race if you run out of ERS too quickly, as I'm sure we might even see today. But it's just, yeah, sorry.
No, I think talking of ERS, hopefully we don't see any issues with fuel either. We have had a couple of people struggling with fuel around the last couple of tracks, so maybe that's another factor. It's fuel. You know, I think you're more dependent on fuel management in F1 with how little you can run as well.
Yeah, people obviously going very aggressive with the amount of fuel they're putting in, taking a lot out, hoping for safety cars and not coming off. So maybe we'll see a little bit less risk taken and lessons learned.
I think that would be a wise decision, I think. Come from a champion himself. Everybody in chat, welcome. There we got Smith and Gibbo at the moment. How are we all? Oh, it's a bit of a fine Thursday. Been miserable here, raining. Typical winter's afternoon.
It's been alright here, just cold. It's been cold for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, it has. Hopefully it shifts. Well, we'll be coming into spring soon. So your knowledge of Silverstone very high, I'd say. You won a couple of times around here.
Yeah, I've won a couple of league races around here in my time, so I'd like to think that I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. Obviously, that's probably famous last words, but the proof will be in the pudding when we get into quali, I guess.
Now, do you prefer the old layout or the new layout?
Oh, I haven't driven the old layout since F1 2009 on the Wii. But honestly, I do think the new layout is better for not only for racing but also spectators, because of all the grandstands they put in there. But it is a really good track now, and always has been, to be fair. Silverstone's always been one of the best in the calendar.
It has probably what I would say one of the most exciting sectors in the whole of the F1 calendar. With Maggot Spec, it is just speed and a bit more speed, and you're doing that whilst trying to go around a corner.
Maggots and Beckett's is probably the most fun corner combination in my opinion. Always brings a smile to your face, the downforce, and yeah, it's brilliant.
And when you get it right, the satisfaction that you get when you've done it right, and you're gaining them tenths, it is a great section.
Oh, definitely, 100%. And then also in the race, if you can get a good exit, you get a good run onto the hanger straight and can make a pass. So it's a hugely important set of corners.
It is. We are just waiting for, I think, Extinct. I think we're just waiting for. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But I'm sure we'll get to some racing at some point.
Maybe sometime tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Hello V2. How are we? Does Dodo give any lessons? I don't think you need lessons, V2. I think you just need to stop spinning your car.
£10 an hour and we'll talk.
You see, Ninja's a lot cheaper. He does it by Haribo, so Haribo's by the pound are quite cheaper.
Well, I've been doing a lot of iRacing recently, so V2, if you want to join me on that, then be my guest.
iRacing. We're quite dabbling a bit of iRacing.
It's great. I'm loving it at the moment.
It is.
Living the dream, as I said.
I'm guessing you're a newcomer to the PC side of things.
Yeah, this week I got it running. It's very, very good.
Yep. It's
I'm loving it at the moment.
It's a different kettle of fish, PC gaming.
100%, yeah. Hopefully, I'm going to get used to it quickly.
So that's strange.
We are
running up. Here we go. When I used to run F1, I used to be faster on PC. Don't know how or why. It's one of those crazy things. Right.
Packs.
Yeah, all right. Right, we'll just quickly go to Crofty before qualifying starts, then we'll jump straight into the action. So we're back in a tick.
Hello and welcome to the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. The grandstands are packed, the cars have just made their way out to the grid, and we're minutes away from lights out. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been.
Thank you very much for that, Crofty. As always, it's a pleasure. We might replace him one day. Maybe. Who knows? Right. So into the thick of qualifying. Who do you reckon is going to be the first one out onto track?
I have no idea, but I can tell you that I think it's going to be maybe a two-horse race for pole position today.
Yep.
Between Mans and Cornish, they've been a class of their own. The last two seasons, obviously with us three last season, and then them two this season. So this fight for pole is going to be very interesting.
So our first person out on track is the one and only Spin Master V2. He's the first one to hit the track.
Here he goes then.
In that wonderful AlphaTauri.
Oh yeah, they butchered next year's car, haven't they, AlphaTauri? Don't know if you've seen it.
Adding the red to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see
I don't
that.
like it personally.
Sponsors, always, isn't it? That's almost like Alpine having to go pink because of was it BTW or PWT?
PWT,
Yeah.
Although I didn't mind that livery too much because they made it work.
Yeah. Even though they said they were going to run it the bright pink more, and I think they only ended up running it the once.
I think it was the first two races, wasn't it, of the season? Then we never saw it again.
Yeah, because didn't they say that they had the plan to run it in the sprint races and whatnot, and then they never did?
Yeah.
Probably cost too much money.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a lot of effort to keep painting the car for every session, but.
What's your favourite car so far that's been released?
Oh, it's a tie between the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. Both of those cars look amazing, I think. The Alfa Romeo looks so good with the red, and the Mercedes all black is lovely as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's
What about
nice.
you?
It's nice that Mercedes, I would say, currently. I don't know. I always look at like the Ferrari or the recent McLarens, and the past couple of years just don't look like they've had any change.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see Mercedes go back to the black. I know they've done it for paint and weight, whatever. It was something they were talking about when at the weight and the fact that instead of it being painted, it's all just black carbon now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm disappointed with like the McLaren and the Red Bull for going with basically the same as last year.
It's copy paste, isn't it?
But it is what it is. Yeah.
You know, the Red Bull I don't think's changed in forever, is it really?
Yeah, you make a good point there. Yeah.
So it is nice to get a bit of variety, as V2 has gone purple in Sector 1 so far. He's the first person out on track, so it's to be expected.
Yeah, going through Luffield now.
Yes.
We'll see what time he can put down as the benchmark for everyone else to aim for.
Oh, he's just invalidated. Speaking of that, so...
Ah, okay. Maybe not then.
No, maybe not. And we're just... let's see, I think Gibbo's on track as well in the Williams. I tell you, the Williams looks surprisingly nice this season.
Yeah, I like what they've done with the Duracell airbox at the top, with like the Duracell battery-looking airbox. I think it looks really good.
Yeah. Well, they ran that a bit last season, didn't they?
I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure they did run a bit of it last season. But
Yeah, I think we've got... Sorry, you carry on.
no, go on.
I was saying we've got Cornish now on an outlap. Just come out by the looks of it.
I think it looks to me like Gibbo's going to be the one that's going to set the initial pace. As he's just about to come around what looks like Stowe and Vale, I think, now. Yes, he is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Danny's set a 130.2 first time.
And for some reason, Mike has left the session.
Desync, maybe.
Yeah, we've had our first issue. Skibbo does set a 128.6. That is around about where we were more looking for the pace to be at, I would say, is the 128s, 127s. That's roughly what we were talking about before, wasn't it? How hopefully a bit of track evolution.
Yeah, that's a solid lap there from Gibbo for a banker lap. I can't see why he can't even dip into the 27s if he gets his final lap right with track evolution. So he's going to be maybe a dark horse here in this qualifying session.
Fenton puts in a blistering time there for what they're all coming through now, aren't they? In the low 128s, high 128s, high 128s.
High 128s.
That's
yeah.
all. Yep.
Footy goes P2. Obviously, Mann's clearly backed out of that lap because his pace is not a 146.6. We know that.
No, definitely. Hello, Jerez. How are we? We got some. Yeah, I think 146, 143s. They've definitely got a lot of time to improve. Danny in the 130s is probably. I'd like to see everybody within the 130s. You might get a couple outside. Yeah, you might get a couple outside, but I'd like to see most of them. We'll see, because obviously today we're doing split tiers. So when everybody returns to the pits, I think everybody's probably just on the way back now, apart from those who haven't set a time yet. As Ninja puts in a 129.8 to go P7. Obviously a bit of rivalry between Golf, Ninja, all them that are fighting in the F2. Well, we're fighting in the F2. Obviously, they've got a lot to prove. Now that we've
got a championship to win, haven't they? So
yeah, no HL tonight. No HL tonight due to work commitments. So the F2 championship is just thrown wide open now.
No Stevie either, because he's away for the rest of the season.
I didn't want to mention Stevie.
Poor Stevie.
I feel like he gets a lot of airtime, doesn't he? No, I'm kidding. He's away on work commitments as well. But we do have the return in Mitch, so 1 for 1, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, Cornish has just gone second behind Gibbo there, about a tenth behind on a 28.7. So that just shows how much of a good banker lap that was from Gibbo.
Indeed, yeah. Extinct is already showing his hatred for this game, so that's a good start. I guess he's not even in the lobby, so I'm guessing he was having trouble with connection at the beginning.
Yeah, I would imagine that was the case. We've already had a couple of people drop out, so it looks like maybe there's a couple of lobby issues going on.
Oh, a bit of a twitch there from Golf.
Yeah.
Right, so quickly, should we just have a look at the table? I don't know if you've got the stream open, but I'll talk. You can discuss, I guess.
Okay.
We'll just read the driver standards for the F2. So obviously we've got Tom at the top of the Tier 2 driver standards. HL, oh well, 6 points for HL on 53. Golf, Ennis, Rob and Craig are all quite close. I don't know why Ninja's not on there. Why is Ninja not on there?
I was about to say he should be top, right?
Yeah. He seems to have removed himself from the championship. I don't know whether this is because obviously he's going to be concentrating more on the commentating. So
maybe it was.
Yeah, I don't know. However, we do know that he was top of the championship anyway. But it has just thrown a bit of a spanner in the works now, as this, with them all competing in F1, with them all being on the same level playing field. So yeah, I think that could bring everybody slightly close together.
We're going to see, I think, quite a lot of changing in that table, because there were some people who really liked the F2 and did well in the F2 cars that maybe won't have the similar pace in the F1 cars, and we might see a lot of swapping and changing. So Tier 2 might be the place to be, really, for
indeed.
spectating.
And then, as the F1 stands, well, the Tier 1 stands, we've got Mans on 63 point. Cornish, not as close as he'd like to be, I don't think, with 56 points. And then the rest of it, really close. Barenko, Golden Flame, Mantis and Gibbo, all within 5 points of each other. It does sort of spread out a little bit. You got Extinct, sort of 12 points on his own. And then everybody else on single digits. Fenton, Jack, Simi, Stevie, Footy, Mitch and V2. Actually, Mitch and V2 have not scored a single point yet. I know that Mitch has obviously only just returned, but V2, with his pace, is sitting in P4 at the moment, has not scored a single point in 5 races.
V2 is very quick, but he struggles with the consistency, which obviously comes over time. I know he's new to the F1 game. I'm sure he will score good points by the end of the season. He's definitely got it in him, 100%.
I would hope so, yeah, definitely. We've just got Gibbo on an outlap at the moment. I don't know if I'll go on board. I don't know if you want to take us around a lap with Gibbo.
Can do once he gets around there, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
We'll go on board with him.
He's current provisional pole.
He is. Obviously, the guys to be looking out for are Cornish and Mans, but they're a bit like, Mans has not shown his true pace yet. I'm sure he will in his second attempt.
On his day, though, Gibbo can be very fast. So maybe he's taken a liking to Silverstone and is feeling hungry for it today, because that banker lap was very impressive.
I can confirm when he is on form, as you probably know as well. We're racing with him every week. When he's on his there you go. Mons has just got himself into the 127s.
9/10 quicker. That's a good lap. Jesus.
Yeah. I feel like there's no beating that, but stranger things have happened. We do have Extinct has now managed to get himself into the lobby, and I believe we have a return of Mikey. Right, I'm going to go on board with Gibbo, as he's just coming around the last couple of corners to start a flying lap around Silverstone. Take it away, Dodo.
Okay, so head down the Hamilton straight in towards Abbey. Abbey's flat out, easy flat. You want to use as much of the curve on the inside as possible without invalidating. Farm is flat out, late braking when the curb starts. Through Village, take as much speed, then down into second for the rotation for the loop, and then you want to get short shift into third and then fourth, through Aintree onto the Wellington Straight, and it looks like a pretty good first sector for Gibbo there, very smooth, didn't really make any mistakes. And then we go into Brooklands, uses all the curve on the inside, very nice. Oh, and there's a bit of a moment, and he's in the grass.
Well,
and the gravel.
That puts it into your claim to fame there, unfortunately.
It does, yeah.
I think we'll.
Gibbo's not going to be happy that was on stream.
No, we'll have to pick on another person in the last round of qualifying. He just seems to have given up. Is he retiring? Is he retired? No, he's carrying on. I think he's probably just really angry with himself there.
Easy mistake to make. Just lit up the rears going through Brooklands.
Just whilst we were watching them go through, we have got a new provisional pole sitter with Basher with a 127.388. That is fast.
Oh, wow. That's very fast.
It is. I was looking, just before we started, I was looking at the leaderboards for the actual F1 drivers, and I think Hamilton holds the record around here, the 1 minute 30. So to think that they're nearly 3 seconds faster than that, I understand it's sim racing, I understand it's not easier, but you can manipulate the game, and unlike real life, and there's conditions, wind that they've got to contend with. But yeah, to be nearly 3 seconds faster is fast.
Yeah, I mean that's a lap no one was expecting there from Bashi. So I mean that must be like perfect lap from him there.
Indeed. I would, yeah, it'd be proper chuff with that one. Who do we have on track? We've got Cornish. It looks like everybody seems to be, the top runners seem to be waiting. We've got Footy on track at the moment. See if he can improve all the dirt that Gibbo's kicked up on the track as well. Is it invalidated just Footy? Just as he was going through Maggots and Beckett's there. It's not what you needed.
Just finishing a lap now. Oh no, he's invalidated. Oh no, he's still on a lap.
Nope.
That's golf.
And that, he does like the Ferrari, does Ninja.
Yeah.
As well. I did notice there was something in the Ferrari that stood out to me. If you ever forget that it's a Ferrari, it's slapped on the rear wing. Don't forget.
I'm not sure I'll be forgetting that the big red car is a Ferrari anytime soon. But if I ever do, I'll be sure to take that advice.
Well, I just saw it and I was like, can we just have any bigger, bolder letters that say what car it is? Like you say, like we don't know what car it is because of the colour.
Wow, with all these Drive to Survive fans, you never know.
That's very true. That's out next week, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I'm excited.
Will you be watching?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I know that it's not made up, obviously, I understand, but it is the story of what goes on in the background with a little exaggeration as Ninja comes around the final corner. Can he improve? He doesn't.
He went up from 10th to 8th.
Oh, did he? Oh, I was just watching the time.
Place. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't see that change, but there we go. He did improve with 129.1. Can he get into the 128s? That's where I'd like to see him. I think he's going to run out of time.
Yeah, he's going to struggle to get another lap in there. He's going to have to be rapid.
Bit of recharge
see
that battery.
Coming out on outlaps very shortly. We've got
V2's just started the lap.
V2, yeah.
Yeah, well, go on, boys. It's invalidated already.
I think this is outlap, so...
Okay, it's just coming around the... yes, it's coming around the last two corners. There we go.
Should we take him round?
You can, more than welcome to. I'm on board with him, ready to go.
Alright, let's go then. Right, take two. Hopefully he doesn't spin like Gibbo did. Through Abbey, flat out, like I said again. Does very well. Through Farm. Late braking at the curb into Village. Red Bull gets out the way nicely on the right hand side into the loop. Very slow corner. Feather the throttle on in fourth gear. Easy flat out corner onto the Wellington straight, and then this is just flat out under the bridge. Picking out your braking point for Brooklands. Try and use all that curb on the inside, and he navigates that well. Tighter line through Luffield, straighten out the car, and you want a great exit onto the old pit straight. Through Woodcut, easy flat again onto one of the best corners on the calendar, Cops. Real feel the downforce, whip the car in, basically flat on the final run of qualifying, use all the exit curb, and then into the greatest section of corners, Maggots, Beckett, whip the car in, down one gear, use on the right hand side, get the car straightened out, through Chapel onto the hangar straight, underneath the bridge. That was a great Maggots and Beckett section. He's a 10th up his V2. This is looking like a solid lap to cement P3 into Stowe, get the car straightened out for the exit. Big snap of oversteer, and he's invalidated the lap at Stowe. That is a shame because he was a 10th up at least. And we'll follow him through club as he accelerates into the Hanger Straight, but it won't matter anyway. But that was looking like a good lap from V2. Shame that he invalidated it.
It was. The way that the car downforce changes when you're going through Baggots, Beckett's, corners like Cops, Stowe, the downforce that they are pulling, the car planted to the ground, you do feel it.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. You just turn the car in, it just snaps, and you just hope that it sticks, and it obviously does, because in these cars you've got these big Venturi tunnels on the bottom, and yeah, it's just a great feeling when you get it right, which he almost did, but he just got that little snap coming out of Stowe. Such a shame. I've
seen that people are starting to get a bit nervous going around Brooklands and Luffield. I know there's a lot of lines between through Luffield, but everybody a bit nowhere near that curb in Brooklands.
Yeah, it can be. It can throw you off, so you need to be careful. But if you can take it, you can get in quite a lot of time.
Just on board at the moment with Cornish, as he's hoping to improve on P5 with a 128.7. I think he's got about another 6/10. Let's see where he is as he comes across Sector 2. And a bit wide there, but managed to keep it in the track limits. It's powering through Maggots and Beckett's, using all of that knowledge of the track and the speed of that Aston Martin. Another car that seems to have taken it is 3/10 up there, so it is improvement, but I don't think it's enough.
He's going to need a mega final sector if he's going to get anywhere near pole position.
He is.
Stowe looks decent, it's carried a lot of speed. We'll see what he can do in this final sector now, going to club.
As long as he keeps a nice tight line, avoiding that sausage curb and the other sausage curb on the right-hand side as well.
Yeah,
comes around the
goes
corner.
Third, across the line, and he goes P5. He's going to be disappointed with that, I think, Cornish.
I think he would be as well. To not get into the 127s is probably not where he wants to be. It's either that everybody above him has improved dramatically during the off time that we've had, or just not finding the pace.
Yeah, we've got Gibbo about to cross the line as well, see what he can do. He was on provisional pole, he goes 6th place. And Cornish been pushed down to 8th at the end there, that session. That is not ideal.
No improvements there from Extinct, getting managed to get himself up into P3 with Golden Flame as well, P4. There were the 127 runners that we thought there'd be a few of. We were, like we were saying, expecting the high 127s. We've ended up with a low 127, so impressive from the boys at Simcade.
Yeah, I mean, that's an impressive pole lap from Bashi there, 4/10 up. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a pole gap like that, so he's shown his cards. Let's see what he can do in the race.
Indeed. I'll just run you through the driver standings as it sits at the moment. The pole position of Bashi, I think it's first of the season, followed by Mans, Extinct, Golden Flame, V2, Gibbo, Footy, Cornish, Fenton. Ninja round up the top 10 with Cornish Mantis, P11, Golf, Jack, Danny, Rob, Mikey, and Mitch rounding up the rear of the grid. Well, that was exciting qualifying. I think, like I said, not expecting it from the likes of Bashi, putting in a heck of a lap, and disappointment from Cornish, but can he make up the ground in the race?
Yeah, he's going to have to do one hell of a comeback drive, but I think he's got what it takes, 100%. And then, like you said, some shock results there. I mean, you got Extinct as well in 3rd and V2 up there in 5th, which, to be fair, now we do expect from him. But let's hope he can keep that points place, because it'd be really good for him to get off the board in the championship.
Indeed, he does need the points. I think he needs the confidence when it comes to F1. I think that's what this game is all about. Sometimes you've got to have the confidence to week in, week out to put in laps.
Oh, without a doubt. If you have even the slightest doubt in yourself, you're going to end up spinning and, not perform at the maximum. So, you've got to be on it every week.
No, we did not witness that, Mitch. I didn't see. Unfortunately, we sort of neglected the rear end of the grid because the race for pole was so different to what we were used to. It is usually we like to see Cornish, Mons, and I don't know, maybe an Extinct or a Golden Flame in there, but get Bashi on the pole, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll see a lot more of the back of the pack during the race because they're the ones usually going at it.
Yes, definitely.
So they shouldn't dismay just yet. We've got a lot of laps to go.
As we've got a formation lap. Ones to look out for that have been making good starts at the beginning of the races are, Mikey, Golf, Fenton, all make fantastic starts. So obviously there'll be ones to look out for. At the start of the race, I'm pretty sure you'll take us up to probably about Maggots and Beckett's way before you run out of breath.
If you want me to, I will be happy to. Yes.
I think you just tell me when you're running out of breath, and I'll attempt to continue.
If I go quiet, I've collapsed.
Yeah. Just make sure there's a bottle of water next to you.
Yeah. Well, we've got split strategies at the front with Bashi on the hard, Mans on the mediums.
We'll just check that quickly. Thank you very much for the heads up. A lot of medium runners here. It's not what I expected.
Well, this race does often throw up a safety car or two. So maybe Mans is going for early pit stop, get on the hards under the safety car, go to the end. It'll be interesting to see whose strategy ends up being the best.
Yeah, I think personal preference. I like to go for the softer tyre to start off with. You don't want to lose too much ground. If Mons and Extinct, Golden Flame, V2, the likes of, can get past Bashi, all could be flipped upside down because Bashi's going to have the faster tyres, but he cannot lose too much ground at the beginning of the race.
Although this isn't a track where track position is particularly important, so yeah, he might lose a few positions at the start, but if there aren't any safety cars, Bashi will be so much faster on those mediums at the end of the race, and the hard medium strategy is usually the faster strategy. So barring any safety cars, I think the hard runners have got it right. And
we do know that the DRS, especially with the DRS assistance, is very powerful here.
Yes, very powerful, and the slipstream because there's so much full throttle. So we're in for a very exciting race, I think.
I hope I get a nice camera angle instead of the truck that we got last time.
Yeah. Well, it couldn't get much worse, could it?
No. No, it doesn't. No retiree. Well, no instance at the outlap, which is good. Oh, disqualification there from a couple from Mitch. Here we go.
There we go then. As we have 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And the lights are out and away we go. And it looks like a good start for Mans on those medium tyres as expected. He's going to take the inside line going into Abbey. And behind him, we've also got Golden Flame having a run on Extinct. But Bashi's gone round the outside and held his position. Is Mans going to go for a move down the inside into Village? He does. Bashi goes wide round the outside of the loop. Can he make those medium tyres work early on? He's clearly got more heat in them. He's been pushed wide. Bashi seems to have held off for now. Behind them, Golden Flame's getting interested as well. Now they're fighting. Back in the slipstream. Mans goes for it. Very defensive from Bashi. Down into Brooklands. This could get very close. Golden Flame wants to join as well. Round the outside, Bashi doing a very good job, but it looks like Mans on those mediums has got the move done as we go through into Woodcut and towards Copse, and they're back at it again with Bashi in the slipstream. I'm neglecting the rest of the field, but this is the battle for the lead, and it's really good. They go wheel to wheel.
Oh, there was a contact,
and Bashi is round.
I believe we've seen that one before in real life.
Yeah, there was flashbacks there, definitely.
There is.
Oh, what a first lap! Wow.
Head to head between the two of them. There was an incident at the back with Jack and what appeared to be Rob. I think Jack's coming out the worst on that one. There is a sideways Alpha Tauri in the back as well as V2. Again, just needs the consistency. Just cannot find it. Obviously, this race, there is a lot of this race left. 26 laps to be completed. Gibbo making up quite a bit of ground there in P4. Cornish not making up the ground that we thought he would do. Cornish Mantis, I think, is the biggest winner there in P6. Now with Fenton, the ever so consistent Fenton in P5.
Yes, the medium runners seem to have made a really good start there. Like you said, Cornish, probably the only one who hasn't there, staying in 8th and not taking advantage of the carnage around him. But also Gibbo, who is a bit of a start merchant on those hards, has managed to make up some positions.
Indeed, I think you're right with the hard tyres is the way to go. Looking at the back of the pack though, Mitch, another one I did say to look out for, has made up a couple of places, and Mikey as well in P13. Looks like we're all still quite bunched up together. With Ninja, I think it's lost a few places on the start as well. He's the one that's sort of back end of this train that we've got going at the moment. Golf, also the game bringing up the predictive strategy twice in a row. Thank you. Cornish, Mantis and Fenton switching positions there. I didn't quite see how the move was done, but it looked nice and clean because they're still going.
Yeah, well, great first lap that, and let's hope it continues. We've got second down to 8, all within DRS range of each other at the moment. So that looks like it could get good when the DRS is opened on this lap.
Is indeed, and Cornish hunting down his very good friend.
Oh, Golden Flame has gone wide at club and has let Extinct through for second place.
Has indeed, for the first time in forever, we see the Haas in P2, apart from when it's raining.
Yes. The joys of equal performance.
Indeed. But it is just a nice way to, let the cars be the cars instead of it being all about the aero.
Indeed. That's very true.
So we see closest gap on track at the moment is Footy and Fendler. Footy's lost out about... looks like Cornish is now losing a lot of time now as Footy's gaining on Fenton. I think Fenton seems to be struggling on their medium tyres already. Side by side with Fenton and Footy, it looks like there's a Red Bull off
Cornish
there.
Mantis.
Cornish Mantis is around. Another one that needs the consistency.
Yeah, he's got the pace, but it's just a shame he can't get that consistency.
We need to be keeping an eye on Bashi. He's going to make his way through the back end of that pack now. He is on the rear end of Rob. Can he make this move as a just going through Maggots and Beckett's currently? There is a wonderful straight coming up. If he keeps tight on that left hand side. Yep.
Oh, and Rob's already out of ERS after 3 laps, so that's not ideal, and this is going to be quite an easy move for Bashi.
There we go. That's around the outside. Rob's not being shy about it though. He's not, letting him have it completely. He was trying to re-attack back, but just like you said, not enough ERS and not enough pace in the car.
Yeah. Oh, we know how fast Bashi is. It wasn't going to take him long to get past Rob, and now he's setting after Danny in P11.
He is. I think he might start to struggle when he gets up to P10 because I do know that Ninja, Mitch will be kind of hard to get past, so that will be a little bit more difficult than Rob with no ERS. There is side by side there with Rob and Cornish and V2 at the back with the Red Bull. They are side by side, looking like they're pushing each other off the track slightly there. V2 take it very tight to Cornish Mantis.
It looks like Cornish Mantis has that move done on V2 in the parent team over at Red Bull.
Indeed, on how close their liveries are, with it being the founding father of Red Bull and everything, but the different colours. They just ditch the yellow and just go for the blue and white.
Yes, I mean I do miss the old Toro Rossos, but we move.
I don't know. I think I prefer the AlphaTauris because I think the Toro Rosso was just similar, just darker colours. Where this thing is...
I love the gold and the dark red on the Toro Rosso. That was
pull out from
really
the outside
nice.
there. Cornish Mantis on Rob gets the job done. V2 closely following. I think we'll have this done. It's going to go dive up the inside. No, he thinks better of it. Skips over that.
Golden Flame. Golden Flame's dropped down the order.
He has had an incident there. He's still going.
I think him and Footy are coming together because they've both dropped down quite a few places.
Well, I think biggest winners here at the moment then is looking like Golf and Mitch. Golf at Mitch at the back of the grid has now got himself up into P6. Absolutely fantastic starting performance there.
Up 11 places from the start. It's only lap 5. He's kept a cool, calm head in all the carnage and picked his way through beautifully.
We've
there.
got yellow flags down in sector 1, which I think is Mikey around the back. We've got Danny as well that's followed him. I don't know whether he's had to come in together with Jack because they were quite close on track.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about that, but he very well might have done.
I think Jack is just about creeping up to the back end of this the train with Vito and Rob, so he needs to start piling on a bit of pressure.
Yeah. I'm going to say 2 things we need to watch out for as this race goes on. ERS and corner cutting penalties are going to be very important because this track is easy to drain your ERS, and track limits as well is very easy to violate. So penalties could make or break someone's race today.
Track limits to me remind me here very much of Austria. There we go. So one picks up the first penalty is Mitch, as we were just talking about.
Say that.
Yep. It reminds me of Austria on how you cannot drag the car too wide and you cannot cut them corners. They're very quick and easy to rack up. Yeah,
definitely. The inside of Abbey, outside of Stowe, Copse, just to name a few, is places where you can easily just run that little bit too wide. That's something that the guys, especially in the mid-pack, who are so close, have to be very careful of.
Especially Vale as well, like where the track sort of dips in slightly. You can pick it up very easily there if you're running far too wide, because it, like I said, this DRS train that we've got at the moment is fantastic to see all the way from, I'd say, Mitch Golf back all the way to Cornish Mantis of V2. There, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good to see, isn't it? I mean, just noticed, I think Gibbo had a half spin, and that's allowed Lance Fenton up into 3rd place.
V2 picks up a penalty as well in the midst of that, and you see Footy going very, very wide there just before we're hitting Maggots and Beckett. So Cop's corner, they are getting very wide, using a lot of the track.
Golden Flame's all over the back of Footy, but he's gone wide. He's blown his chance there.
This is brilliant.
Is he going to go for a move?
We've got a move at the back with Cornish and Ninja. Cornish gets a move done, and Footy and Mitch are going at it as well now.
Yes, it's a good move there from Footy. Clean as you like down the inside of Stowe.
I'd like to see a bit more of defence there from Mitch, to be fair, but sometimes you've got to pick your battles, I guess. As there is a change at the back, side by side, the Aston Martins are going into. Whoa! That's Cornish there, being the bigger person. Bashi's.
All around there.
Has Bashi got an issue?
He's got damage, has he? Oh, they've 3 wide into the loop.
Has Bashi got an issue? Because he seems to be doing quite well at the moment. And
is that front wing damage on his right front end plate there?
Oh, there's Ninja round. Ninja's around in the background there.
God, it's all happening.
I think that might have been in the midst of all the slowdown. I'm not quite sure. As Cornish has now been let through by Bashi.
And see what's wrong with him.
Has he got a right front end plate? Is that what we were looking at? I think he has, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's got some front wing missing, that's why.
Yes. He will be struggling going around all these right-handed corners.
Yeah. V2's picked him off already.
It's a bit unlucky from Bashi putting in that absolute fantastic lap and then just dropping down the order at the start and then again picking up the damage unnecessary. Obviously we don't know where it happened, but Mitch and Footy are still fighting this one away with Mitch around the outside and Footy's defending for his life. Not giving each other an inch, these two.
No, it's a brilliant fight this. Footy hangs on though.
We got our first pit stops with Mr. Golden Flame and Bashi are both in the pits.
That'll be for a front wing for Bashi. That's completely ruined his long stint on the hard tyres. Not what he wants at all. He's probably going to have to do a 2-stop now, as a set of mediums would definitely not go to the end.
This little battle with Footy is allowing Cornish to get right on the gearbox of that Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I'm surprised with Cornish. I'd expect him to be at least in the top 5 by this stage of the race, but he's kind of just stayed in 8th and not really looked like he's had the pace that we're used to seeing from him. No,
around the inside there from Mitch, and that's job done on Footy. He just needs to break the DRS now. I don't know if he's got the pace. I don't think
Footy's going for the move again. Side by side into Cops. It's like the first lap. Mitch is trying it around the outside. They're still wheel to wheel. And Footy keeps the position there.
There's a bit of a mid-corner wobble there from Mitch as well.
Yeah.
I can imagine that'd be very scary. As this again does allow, it's allowing Cornish Mantis, both of the Cornish, to reel in this group. As it looks like we're going to end up around the inside for Cornish. Does he get 2 in 1 there? Does Cornish?
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff from Cornish there. Can he make it stick on Footy?
Well, these two are very good friends. A bit of a nudge there from Mitch on Footy.
Very good racing. Good stuff.
I don't mind a bit of a love tap, do we? It's just when it starts to get a bit too aggressive.
Rubbing his racing, right?
Yeah. 3 seconds there for Footy, as it's. I think it's just doing too much to defend and picked up a couple of warnings.
Yeah, it looks like Footy might have a run with the DRS now on Cornish, but we'll see.
Because we do know that these two are very good friends, so a lot of respect will be given. I'm sure somebody's kicking up a bit of dust there on the right-hand side.
I wish we could get a replay of that first lap crash between Mans and Bashi. For what I could see, it looked like a racing incident, but I'm sure Bashi will argue otherwise on that one.
Well, I'm pretty sure at some point we will get a clip of it. I have been keeping clip reels of what's been going on over the season. Some of our best moments to compile together in a bit of a compilation video at the end.
That'd be nice.
I'm sure it will, but then I can get rid of my annoying voice and just put some nice music, so it makes it even better.
Nonsense. You make it better.
Yeah. There we go. Gibbo has been hunting down Fenton. He definitely wants that podium, does Gibbo. You can feel that he needs it. He needs the consistency. Again, we have a few that have been sort of really struggling with the consistency. V2 has made a move on Cornish. Obviously, Cornish has been in the pits, so that's where that move has been done. Pit lane here, it's very long. It's probably not the longest in the calendar, but obviously what it used to be, it's very long.
I think it is the longest in terms of time in the calendar because it's so slow. So obviously pitting behind the safety car is that much more overpowered around here. So if there is a safety car, you bet your life you'll see everyone pit.
Yeah, I think it's unnecessarily long. I get why they've done it, but I think the pit limiter line could be a little bit further down. But then there is a wall and a corner involved, so I guess that's probably why.
Well, it's the same for everyone, isn't it? Everyone has to do a pit stop. Everyone has to do the same pit lane, so it's not disadvantaging anyone.
No.
Yeah, I suppose.
No, you don't want to do what I did in ACC and go into the pits and instead just go straight onto a wall.
That's not the optimal way of going into the pit lane, no.
No. It didn't work.
Simcade top tip for the day, I think that.
Yes, indeed, yeah. We'll have a AJ top tip. There you go.
That's a new thing now. We've just made a thing.
We'll trademark that one. Still going on.
Copyright.
Oh, there we go. As Mitch has decided to dive into the pits. That allows V2 through as well. Because that battle was still continuing with V2 and Footy.
Yes, but it looks like Mitch wants that undercut.
Well, we
It'll
are
be interesting to see how powerful it is.
We are coming up to halfway, so we're I suspect this is when we see the medium runners coming in for them hard tyres anyway.
Yeah. About lap 12, I would expect them in.
Oh, there's a bit of a mistake there from Footy. Going around the outside. It's V2. Bit of a simple mistake there from Footy. I didn't even expect that to happen, but yeah, their medium tyres looks like people are struggling as Golden Flame picked a 3-second penalty.
V2's been looking good since that first lap spin. He's been carving his way through the field back up to the points. So brilliant job.
Indeed.
From V2.
Bash is saying, Smith saying that Shanghai is the best pit lane. Would you agree with that?
The best pit lane?
Yeah, I mean, it has a pretty unique entrance, doesn't it? You know, you sort of go straight on and then a really hard left, and then backs on it. You sort of curve back around slightly, don't you? There's a famous,
to be honest, I hadn't really thought about it.
famous Hamilton incident there at is it Hamilton or Ricardo? Somebody spinning at China. Shanghai?
Hamilton
China?
2008.
Yeah.
When he went in the gravel and threw the championship away. For that reason, I'm going to say I don't like that pit entry very much.
No.
But I'm definitely not biased whatsoever.
I'd say for uniqueness, I'd like to go. Abu Dhabi has got to be up there for uniqueness with the underpass. That's you're not going to see many pit lanes like that.
No, but it's also very annoying to actually drive through. Many front wings have been lost in that pit lane.
But then I don't think there's ever been a moment where somebody's spun it in the pit lane there in a race or qualifying setup. I know that there's been a couple of incidents during practice sessions in F1.
It's usually just understeering, going down the hill underneath the bridge, just understeering to the outside wall.
And I suspect it would be a lot colder than the actual track as well.
Yeah. And your tyres would be cold as well from just pitting.
Yeah. Oh, well. Get some pit strategies of the yellow flags in Sector 1.
Golden Flame.
Golden Flame around?
And Bashi there. Looks like maybe they've had a bit of an off together.
Bashi again struggling. Not what he needs.
Yeah. He has the pace, but can't quite find the consistency. We've seen that quite a lot today, to be honest.
Mitch is around as well. Was not wanting that. I don't know if he's struggling with them hard tyres, getting them warmed up as he's just come out of the pit lane. Not what he needed.
Yeah, maybe. As Mans pits from the lead of the Grand Prix. First one of the leaders to do so, and he goes on to a fresh set of the Pirelli Hards.
That does promote Extinct. We do have Mons, Lance, V2 and Footy all in the pits. So these guys are all going to come out. I know that V2 and Footy were battling for position, so we'll keep a close eye on where they're going to come out. That promotes Jack up into P4 as well.
Yeah, Jack's been very quiet, but doing a solid job today.
As it looks like V2 still remains in front of Footy. I know that you can sometimes gain tenths in with the pit lane limiter line. Sometimes you can gain momentum to get the pit stop over and done with a bit quicker, and obviously you do have the press X to get a purple pit stop as well.
It's all about how much risk do you want to take. Do you want to risk that extra half a second? If it means if you get it a bit wrong, you're going to get 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's all about risk reward.
It is, and the penalty for speeding in the pit lane is extremely extreme.
Yes, it is. It's very harsh.
Yeah, I would say probably more the extreme corner cutting penalties are probably the harshest in the game. When you accidentally slide through a corner sideways and it gives you a 10-second penalty for spinning.
Just one of the many beautiful features in the F1 22 game.
There's yellow flags out in Sector 2 and 3. We've got two incidents there. We've got a car currently off the track. That's Jack.
That's a safety car. That's a safety car.
It is a safety car now, yeah. There is
and
an
I tell you
issue.
who's
Ferrari,
massively gained from this. We're going to see Extinct and Gibbo pit, and I believe Extinct will take the lead of the Grand Prix on merit.
We'll keep the eye on there. They have just gone through the start-finish line, so it might actually be a bit too late or not?
No, they haven't caught the safety car, so they'll still be able to pit.
As long as they keep it within that
next
delta.
Time round and then catch the safety car.
Hello, Branko. Just joined us in chat.
That's given Extinct a brilliant opportunity here.
Yes, and he's gaining a bit of time on Gibbo. It was down to 11 seconds, so he seems to be pulling slightly away.
Mans is going to be livid with that one. Just as he pits, and the safety car comes out.
We will keep an eye on Extinct. I'm going to stay with him as he does his mandatory pit stop, because I want to know if he keeps it nice. It's so late on the brakes there coming into the pit line.
Yeah, he's judged it perfectly, I think. Gibbo's going to follow him in, obviously. Going on to a fresh set of those mediums, they're going to be rapid.
So, about 28 seconds for a normal pit stop. It's just going to reduce this down to about 20 seconds, 18, 20 seconds.
Maybe even less. Was it now? It's 17 between Gibbo and Mans. So if Mans doesn't pit, which he hasn't, it could be quite close between the two of them. But we'll see.
Mans is
Maybe
just coming around the final corner now, so I think he might be okay with Gibbo. But that does promote Extinct into P1 and on the softer tyres.
Yeah, this is Extinct in a brilliant position to take his first win. It would be his first win, right?
Yes, it would, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant position on those soft tyres. Let's just hope he can hold it together. We know he's been staying with Mans this whole time. We know he's got pace. So I don't see any reason why he can't.
No. Why not? As Golf has got a speed under the safety car, drive-through penalty. That'll be hitting the Delta line, I'm guessing. When Extinct's picked up the safety car, it gets rid of the Delta.
Yeah, that'll be why. Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird situation, that, isn't it? I know they always say to keep in the green, but it does like skip very quickly, doesn't it? Sometimes the Delta
it's a bit
line.
hit and miss. It has been known the Delta to lose people 30 seconds and stuff with virtual safety cars. So let's hope that's happened to no one today, because that would ruin someone's race, and we don't want that.
I feel like the best situation is obviously when the race leader picks up the safety car, instead of it getting rid of the Delta for everybody, I think the Delta should just disappear when you finish across the line.
I'm not sure if that's how it works now or not.
No, it's literally how it works now. Is as soon as the race leader picks up the safety car, the Delta is removed.
Okay. Yeah, that will cause problems. Yeah, because people in the pack won't know exactly when the. I mean, you should be in the green at all times anyway. But obviously, no one's perfect. You're going to go into the red when you're trying to push the Delta. It's just about luck, I would say.
And it does skip about quite a lot, doesn't it? Unnecessarily. It's very unpredictable.
Yeah, and it's based on AI pace, and we don't even want to get onto that. That's a whole different different discussion.
Yeah. It's it's fantastic, isn't it?
I love this game.
I think my love for this game in multiplayer is a lot higher than my love for this game anywhere else.
Yeah. The racing is always good in multiplayer. That's the main thing.
But I don't think I've tried the co-op career. I've tried the normal career, and the AI is just too erratic. They're just too aggressive, but they're not aggressive. It's so strange, isn't it, to describe the AI in this game.
And then there was at the start of the game, you had that overpowered traction. Where they had more power than the player, and even Jarno Opmeer couldn't keep up with them.
Yeah. I know it's only code, and it can be changed and manipulated very, very quickly, and it was patched pretty quick. Was that?
Yeah.
But you're right. It is. Yeah, special, unique. The AI in F1 is extremely unique.
I mean, we want aggressive, right? We want it to simulate real-life drivers as much as possible, but when it gets to the point where they'll just stick one down the inside and crash into you, that's when it becomes a little bit ridiculous.
Well, they used to be very placid, didn't they? Like the olden days F1s, you'd make a move, dive, and they'd move totally the opposite end of the track.
Yeah, they'd throw themselves off the track to get out of your way, F1 2012 days.
Yeah. And,
I'm glad you don't have that.
No, definitely no. But now they seem to, like you say, throw one up the side unnecessarily inside and take your wing off or hit you off, and they are over-aggressive. I know it's probably hard to find a happy medium, and you're not going to appeal to everybody, and it's not going to be, a lot of people like the fact that they get out of the way because they want an easy race. But, yeah. It's not a happy medium, which again, how do you code a happy medium? You can't, can you? You can't say
really.
Be aggressive, but don't be too aggressive, but be a little bit aggressive, but then there is no way.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they modelled this year's air off Max Verstappen. That would explain it.
Wow.
Oh, controversial.
You just went there, didn't you?
Oh.
Well, we'll have to wait to Drive to Survive to see what happens there, as we do have somebody else just going into the pit lane. Golden Flame. Why is he going up the order? Oh, because of the corner cutting. Yes. I was like, he's in the pit lane, but he's going travelling up the leaderboard.
I'm ready for the comments section to kill me now. I've said that.
No. We don't do that here. It is a bit of a touchy subject, isn't it? The old, this year's been Leclerc and Verstappen, and then last year Hamilton, Verstappen, and a bit of a brake check there from. No, I don't think it was a brake check. I think it was just the safety car going a bit slow and catching everybody out a bit there. It looked a bit. Nobody's fault. Nobody got a penalty.
The old the Aston Martin safety car is slower meme.
Yes,
it's coming into effect here.
Yeah. Nice car though.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, the Max Verstappen comments throw me off a bit there. I'm disappointed. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Boots me out there.
No, definitely not. No. Well, Smith just says he's going to kill you, so I'm glad it's you, not me.
Well,
that's straight out there.
I'll link my address down in the comments.
Yeah, no hanging about there, was there?
we got a Verstappen fan I see in the comments.
Yeah, somebody's got to be, right?
Oh yeah, someone's got to take the L.
Yeah, but it's just like, somebody's got to be a Haas fan, really. I know there's quite a lot out there, but with how terrible that car has been previously, it's nice to see. We've got safety cars in this lap. Nice to see them do a little bit better the back end of last year, with obviously the pole position for Magnussen. Yeah,
and with that, I think with the safety car coming in, it's time to end the controversial.
It is, yeah.
Controversial takes for one race, maybe.
Yeah,
and concentrate on this fight for the lead between Extincts and Mans. This could be very, very interesting here.
Let's just hope we don't get another incident around sort of Stowe Corner or Cops. We don't want, Cops Stowe. You don't want any more incidents around there, as the safety car is effectively extinct now, coming around the last two corners, as he's gone already. He's off.
Yeah, he's caught Mans napping a little there.
Yeah, so we're not going to see any side-by-side incidents. Cornish Mans just picks up a 3-second penalty as well. Yeah, I think he even caught me napping a bit there.
Right, we're going to see what Mans can do on those hards, whether he can respond or whether Extinct's just going to drive off into the distance in the slipstream. It's not close enough. Looks like Extinct's got that extra bit of grip at the moment. Maybe heat in his tyres.
We do know that the hard tyres are a pain to keep warm. A bit like the intermediates in a safety car. They're not nice.
No, very true. But yeah, Extinct's getting away. And Gibbo on those mediums, got to watch out for him as well behind Mans.
He's hoping to hunt down Mans, because he again could do that P2. That'd be very nice for his the restart of the season for our drivers here. Some good points is what you need on the board. V2, another one to look out for. P6, he could do with a nice haul of points, as I think we've lost Cornish Mans all the way down to the back of the grid there, with Danny struggling at the back of the grid. They're the ones that have sort of disappeared away. In no man's land at the moment. Fenton 2 seconds in front, 2 seconds behind. And we've lost Golf Maniacs around as well.
Oh no,
he's in the pits.
No, he's in for his drive-through.
Oh yes, he is. With some side-by-side action with Mitch. Golden Flame and Footy at the moment are quite close together.
Oh, Mans has picked up a 3-second penalty. That's massive for the race win here. This just means that even if Mans gets past, he has to pull 3 seconds on that car with the fresh mediums on. I can't see it happening, but
with the harder tyres, it's not what you need, is it?
No, definitely not. It looks looking better and better for Extinct by the moment, but we'll see what Mans can do.
Yeah, so a good old friend from India could be picking up a race win.
Oh yes, his first ever. It would be great to see.
I'm not sure if it's his first ever at Simcade. It's the first ever this season.
Yeah, definitely this season. Did he get one last season in Miami? Was that him?
Was that them flying through the last corner side by side, sideways?
Yeah.
Was that last season or was that this season?
That was last season, because I came third. I was just behind him.
Oh yeah, that was Barenko and Extinct, wasn't it? One of them picked up the win.
Yeah.
That was a Golden Flame picked up a 3-second penalty. They're all racking up now. Should we check what we've got on the old penalties? We've got 3 seconds for Mans. V2's got 6 seconds. Does not need that. With Bashi all over the back of him as well now. 3 seconds for Bashi, Ninja, Butty, Cornish, Mantis, 6 for Golden Flame, 6 for Mitch, and 3 for Golf. And DRS is re-enabled.
Yes, and Mans is all over the back of Extinct now. He seems to have got those hard tyres warmed up, and he may be going for a move down the Wellington Straight.
If I was Extinct, knowing that I was on the medium tyres, obviously I wouldn't want to let anybody past. However, I wouldn't really be fighting it too much.
No, 100%. I'd let Mans go. Don't risk a crash and just hold on to him in that DRS. You know you got the tyres. You know you got the pace to hold on. Just take the win, even if it's not on track.
And he's going to be under pressure from Gibbo as well.
Yeah.
You see, yeah.
This could be a three-way battle for the win. Last 6 laps.
There's 6 laps to go. This has got flown by. So far.
Bashi.
Yep.
Up into 5th.
Just got past V2 there. Another close battle. He's not going to give it up as V2, I don't think. He's not the sort of person to let it go, but then he piles a lot of pressure on himself and then ends up, as we know, spinning. A bit wide there for Bashi. He's going to go up around the outside. Well, he's going to have the move done before.
Oh, yeah.
Any corner, we're going to bring Cornish into play as well, because I think he's not that far behind him. Big mistake there from Bashi, actually.
Yeah, that was... it was almost like he wasn't using full throttle going down the straight there, but he must have just had a really terrible exit coming out of Chapel.
The front three have pulled an astonishing gap at the moment of 5 seconds on Fenton. That is... The pace up front is ramped up.
Yeah, those medium tyres and obviously Extinct pulling Mans along in his DRS.
Yellow flags, Golden Flames around just before the main straight. No damage. It looks like it was just a quick hit in the sausage curb and a spin. There's been V2 has lost out a couple of places there. Has he gone round? I think he has. Because we've lost V2, Footy and Ninja have gone through.
I think he may have just been squeezed. It looks like there was a bit of a coming together because Cornish has managed to also get Bashi there, so there must have been some contact. I don't think that was a full spin.
Interesting. That Cornish has managed to benefit from that. It's what he needs, really, is he doesn't want to let this championship slip too much as 3 second penalty there for Golf. Yeah, he doesn't want to...
Cornish is going to be hoping that Gibbo can stay within that 3 seconds that Mans has, and if he can catch Lance and overtake him, then it will be damage limitation.
Well, a couple of them haven't got penalties. It's nice. Extinct, Gibbo, Benton, Cornish, and Jack, all without penalties. They are the cleanest drivers at Simcade so far.
Yeah, they're keeping their nose clean, and it's paying off at the moment. You can see, unfortunately for Jack, he's not quite going to benefit, but it puts you in a good position when you're one of the only ones without penalties. I mean, look at Extinct. He's going to be so careful on the track limits now, I guarantee.
I think it makes you a little bit too neat and tidy sometimes. Is when everybody around you hasn't got a penalty, the pressure, I think, it does pile on you a little bit to keep it clean. And I think sometimes you make a few mistakes by doing that. As Jack, there we go, picks up a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody from 6 downwards has got a penalty. Yeah,
that's going to change the order quite a bit when we do finish the race.
It will, yeah. Because they're all within, the biggest gap there is, at the back of that group is Mitch. So everybody else is pretty close together.
Yeah, and now it's only Cornish has already reeled in Lance and is all over the back of that AlphaTauri. going into Maggots and Beckett's.
It does. He takes a wide loop there as it looks like
Lance
Fenton
gets
there
3.
did not. He did, yeah. But I think a bit nervous. He gets out of the way and goes onto the grass. I don't know whether that's nerves kicking in or a bit like didn't want to fight that battle or a mistake. Yeah, it's allowed Bashi through.
Here into 4th. Good stuff from Bashi, but he has got that penalty. We know that he'll have to serve that at the end, and Cornish doesn't.
Yellow flag sector 3.
That?
I think that might have just been an off track. Fenton maybe because Ninja's all over the back of him now. Good old Irish buddies here.
Yeah. Ninja within 5/10 of Lance. Has Lance dropped down more positions?
He did. I think he had the instant where he came off the grass.
2.5 seconds.
Yeah. So I think he's the one that went further off the grass. You could just see in the background there of Ninja creeping in on there. Cornish is all over the back of Bashi as well, so he's not letting this one go, and I wouldn't either. However, penalties will switch these two around at the end if Cornish keeps it clean. It usually is quite a clean, fast race for his Cornish. You know, there was the stat last year where you two didn't pick up very many penalties.
I mean, yeah, last year he was probably the most consistent, definitely the most consistent of the three of us. I mean, he's not quite at the pace today, but he definitely has had his usual characteristic consistency that he always has.
The amount of P2s,
class driver. So
the amount of P2s that boy got last year, as he's going to go around the outside of Bashi. Bashi's not going to make this one easy for him. They are going to go side by side. Is Bashi going to give him enough room? He's not going to push him out wide. It does keep it nice and clean.
Yeah.
Prevail. Yeah, that's it's not a corner you want to be going side by side through sometimes.
No, definitely not. And like I was saying, Cornish is just always so clean and consistent. Probably the classiest driver on the grid. Never makes a mistake. Never really hits anyone or does anything untoward. So he's not at the pace today, but he's showed his professionalism and class once again with a hero's recovery drive.
Yes, but I don't think Bashi's going to let him off that easy. I think these three are going to be together until the end of the race unless one of them makes a mistake. But looking at the back of the grid, Fenton's now backing up V2, Cornish and Danny, I believe. Oh, sorry, Ninja, V2 and Cornish. All within a second of each other.
Doesn't look like Fenton has damage, so maybe he's just struggling on those hard tyres.
Maybe. I wonder what the penalty points are, how they're racking up this season so far. I know that we have had one qualifying ban for Golden Flame, but who's just entered the pit lane at the moment.
How many penalty points is it for a quali ban?
Off the top of my head, I don't... Ninja's picked up a 3-second penalty there. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I really should know the answer to that. You'd think, we're being... top dog admin, I'd know everything, but honestly, Ninja is the man to talk to when it comes to stuff like this. I just go, okay, Ninja. Yeah. Butty, Bashi, Cornish are still going at it, and so are Fenton, V2, Ninja, and Cornish.
Oh, Mans is in the lead.
He is
taking the lead from Extinct.
Just about to comment to that. So it is now. Focus on the win for Extinct and Gibbo. Don't want to get into too many.
Fancy his chances here.
From past experience with Gibbo, he doesn't have a great track record with the pressure that he puts himself under when in these situations. He'll go sometimes goes too aggressive, and sometimes it definitely doesn't pay off. So
he's been driving with a lot of maturity today. Let's hope he can continue it, and maybe if he gets up inside of Extinct, he could take the win. You never know. You
never know. You'd be happy with that one, wouldn't you?
Fellow army inter-service driver would be great to see. Yeah.
Are you sad about the 2-week downtime that you're sitting on at the moment?
No, it's always good to have a reset. Come back stronger when the season starts the next Saturday.
Trip out to Japan.
Yes, indeed. Should be a good one. I love Japan.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be able to stick it to Harry.
Who knows?
That's the aim.
He's very fast.
He's ridiculously quick.
Yeah. But then, so's everybody in that grid. I know I'm amongst that grid as well, but I believe that there is quite a lot of talent in that grid.
Mainly the army drivers. What?
No, don't be silly. Don't be silly.
I'm joking. No, there's fast people up and down the grid, and that's a very competitive league. Anyone watching who wants to watch Interservice, follow the. What is it? Royal Navy? They stream it on now. Royal Navy Twitch.
Well, if not Royal Navy, Royal Air Force, and the Army Twitch channels, they do have hosts. Some, and if not, there's personal ones. Obviously, personal reasons. I'm not going to say where to go find them, but keep out and about on them socials, and you'll see them.
Yeah.
On the three main ones, we can mention the three main ones, but the personal ones will probably just keep out names, stuff like that. Yeah, Stevie was streaming them a bit. Obviously, he's away now. Gibbo, maybe? He's likes a bit dabbling in streaming,
yes. I think basically everyone was streaming it.
We are on the last lap, and just to let you know that Extinct has picked up a 3-second penalty.
And Gibbo is in the net lead. Gibbo's going to win this race on the final lap with penalties.
Coming around the last couple of corners here as we hit the main straight, as Mans does pick up the win on paper. But paper goes to Gibbo. Oh, there's a spin there at the end. Extinct. Oh.
Incredible stuff from Gibbo. Kept it clean till the end. No penalties. Well done, mate. That's
congratulations.
Great race.
Well, we shall hear from the top three as we're just the rest of the grid coming through as Ninja picks up a P8 with Fenton. So much the potential there, just loses that. Same as V2, P9 and P10 with Danny. Oh, Danny's just drop V2 out the points.
Oh, that's a shame. 7/10 V2. Yeah. That's gutting for him there.
Just waiting for the likes of Golden Flame and Golf to cross the line.
Well, who would have expected that on the final lap, Gibbo?
Oh, I think you slipped somebody a quick cheek tenner there, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah. No better.
Exposed me.
No, yeah. As we're just waiting for Golf to come around the last corner, and there we go. So that is the end of Silverstone. Sad, actually. I do like that track, and loving the conversations. It's sad to see that one finish. Actually,
that was a brilliant race. Straight from quali. First lap was insane, and I'm glad I got to commentate on that because that was some incredible racing. And then at the end as well with the penalties, just incredible from start to finish.
Cornish Mantis picks up the game's driver of the day. Guys, if you want to quickly put in your driver of the day, we are about to do interviews now. So, yeah, you've got a bit of time.
Who's your driver of the day then, AJ?
My driver of the day, for the sheer... Yeah, it's got to be Gibbo because he put in a heck of a qualifying lap at the start, kept it consistent, and then the same in the race. It's just there. Yes, Mr. There. That's all he's been today, and it's been fantastic. We'll just quickly run through the order then. Taking up a fantastic P1 there was Gibbo, followed by Mans and Extinct, obviously hindered by the penalties with a struggling Cornish in P4, followed by Footy, Bashi, Mantis, Ninja, Fenton, and Danny rounding up the top 10 with V2 just losing out on the points. Jack P12, Mitch, Golden Flame, and Golf rounding up the finishers with the only two DNFs of Rob and Mikey, which were quite early on there. Who was your driver of the day?
I'd have to agree with you. No one really stands out to me just as much as Gibbo did in that race. The consistency to not get any penalties, keep it in there. Obviously, benefit from the safety car, but yeah, it was good stuff from Gibbo today.
Fantastic. I don't even know why I asked the question there. The fastest lap did go to Golden Flame. I think that's because he probably put in a set of softs somewhere because he's pretty much very fast. There. Right, so if we move down to the podium chat, and then I'm going to put that down. I'll move you down so you don't need to worry about it. Oh, it's off. I've lost Mike or commentator? He's gone. Don't know what I've done with him. Are you there?
Hello.
Well, I moved you into the channel, and then what happened?
Oh, it must have disconnected me. So I had to do it manually.
Okay. Can you get into the pod and chat? Can you? Because it's locked.
Oh,
I don't know if you'll be able to get in there.
I didn't know that. No. Try and move me into it again.
Just bear with 2 seconds. I keep losing my commentator. For some strange reason, it's thrown him out the chat again. Anyway, there he is. So I can't move you, but you can move yourself into it. Seems to be the issue there with Dodo. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh,
Yeah, good.
I can hear you. Yep.
I'm here now. I'm good.
Oh, there we go. Right, we have everybody in chat. So, congratulations, Gibbo. What an absolute astonishing race there, from start to finish. You were the man to be there at the right time in the right place. Good qualifying lap to start off with, and then just an outstanding race from yourself. How did that one feel for you?
It wasn't too bad. Obviously, I'd done a bit of practicing early on the hards just to see how they were. But yeah, the quali pace I thought was actually all right. Then I saw everyone else's lap time come in. I was like, this is going to be a tough race. But it was just staying consistent because this track is just known for penalties. The track limits isn't really on your side for this track, but overall, I'm gutted for Extinct, but overall, good result.
I mean, yeah, it is hard to throw away a race on the last lap, but you know that's racing. It happens. You like we were saying before, me and Dodo, you come back stronger the next race. You know, it's consistency is what you need. You know, Gibbo, you've been there. You struggled with
Exactly.
race wins, and it's nice to see you pick it up. It's what you need, maybe.
Yeah, no, exactly. Obviously, I sent a message to Extinct as well. It's very it drove so well this race. It was very difficult to stay in touch, even with Mans when there was on the hards. I had to use some GRS just to stay in touch, but as soon as I was in DRS with them, it was just a matter of saving my ERS and then attack Extinct on the last lap. But fortunately, went in my favor. But yeah, great racing.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure that Dodo's dying to ask you a couple of questions because obviously, I'll let him take a few questions.
My biggest fan.
Yeah.
Of course, always. First of all, Gibbo, congrats on your win. It was a great race.
Thank you.
I just want to get those last few laps from you. How did it feel going around the final few corners when Extinct had just picked up that 3 seconds? What was going through your mind when that happened?
A couple of swear words. Don't drop my controller. No, as soon as I saw the 3 seconds, because I was already on 2 warnings as well. So going through Maggots and Beckett's, I was there I was there like I don't mind getting a 3 second time penalty because I'm still on the podium. But at the same time, it was one of them things where it's like, if I don't mess up, this could be my first win of the season. So of course you're kind of in that state of mind where it's like you're trying to stay focused, but you're also trying to think of other variables as well.
Yeah, nice. Very well deserved, mate. Well done again.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And Extinct on the P2. I mean, I know you're going to be disappointed. I fully get that. And obviously probably want to take yourself into a dark room and forget about it. But absolutely astonishing race from yourself as well. Keeping it with Mons all the way through. Yeah. A bit gutted with that one.
I think I got P3.
Yeah, I think Mans was P2.
Oh, really? Oh, apologies. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got P3.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, I got P3, sorry. He got P2.
We'll talk to you. So you'd be even more gutted then with that. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. That's even more of a kick. So, yeah, you gutted with that one then, yeah?
Yeah, like I got a warning under safety car, so that makes it even worse. Even though I was going so slowly, I still got a warning. But yeah, I don't know what to say.
It's a bit. What I would take some positives away from that, because I'd say that that's a fantastic performance when it comes to pace. Keeping it with Mons, and obviously there's a no-show with pace from Cornish. So I'd take a lot of positives from that. I know it's probably a bit of a hard one, but there's always 4 more races left in the season. Maybe some tracks and some points that you like.
I mean, pace was good, and I was keeping like within 3 seconds of my Mons in the first hard stint. But like after the safety car came out, he was really rapid on the hards too. So how much I ever tried, I used ERS to like break the 1 second gap. Like it didn't work. Like he was within 3 seconds, and within 1 second. But he had a 3 second penalty, so I just let him go. I didn't fight him too much. But then in the last lap, when I got 3 second penalty, I felt I shouldn't let him go that easily.
Yeah, it's understandable, and again, yeah, sorry for that, but there's, like I said, there's more races. But congratulations on the P3. It is nice to see you back here every time you are back here.
Yeah, thank you.
So congratulations. Anything for that, Dodo?
Just well done. I think P3 is always podium's always a good result. Obviously gutted for you that you didn't get better, but the pace was there, and I think you can take a lot of positives away from this. And hopefully we'll see you at the front again next time out.
I hope to see myself at the front, but I don't even know if I'll race. So yeah, I have to see.
Well, I hope to see you there.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah. After all, it's a online race in the league.
It is tough. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to be net P1 and then have to lose it. Yeah, I get it is hard. But like I said, take the positives. And yeah, we'll see you back. I'm sure we'll see you back here next week on the podium.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Mons, apologies for getting that wrong. P2, a bit of a at the end towards where you got picked up the penalty, bit of damage limitation. Obviously, picked up P2. You were looking for the win at the beginning.
Yeah, sadly I got the penalty, but I think if I want to, I can get it removed because Bashi hit me on the first lap when he spun and pushed me off track, and I got a warning from that. But I don't know if I want to take away the penalty because I don't want to take this win from Gibbo. I think it's very special for him.
It is, man. Come on, don't do it to me.
It's very nice to hear that. With the start of the race, I mean, Dodo nearly ran out of breath with you two being side by side until the instant he was struggling. I nearly had to jump in and help him out, but he managed to keep it going. But the side by side action was absolutely fantastic. Just a little nudge that sent him spinning. Was it sort of self-inflicted?
Yeah, I think he just missed the breaking point. I have looked at the replay and he just missed the apex and went into my side. So I don't think he can blame me for that one.
Yeah, we were sort of chatting before, and it did look like a bit of a racing incident. A bit of hard racing, like fair but hard, and it was fantastic to see. It's a shame it couldn't continue all the way through the race.
Yeah. I don't think it would have been that close if Basher didn't spin, because he's just out of this world on his controller. He's like top 100 on some tracks on time trial, and that's just wild.
Yeah, but it's nice to see that you continued the fighting with Extinct and Gibbo towards the end as well. That was brilliant to see. And congratulations on P2. Anything, Dodo?
Just congrats, mate. It's good to see you obviously up in the podium again. Yeah, another great performance from you, as we come to expect now. So yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Fantastic. See you all very soon next week. Thank you very much.
See ya.
Yeah.
we'll stay in this chat anyway, because obviously we're having the trouble with you disconnecting, so we'll stay in this chat.
Okay.
Don't want to mess around. Well, that has been an absolutely fantastic race. Sad to see it end. Just on a quick note, guys, if you do want to see what we're doing, I don't have the links because obviously usually the man with the links is Ninja, and he didn't pass that on to anybody else. However, just because it's what it's like, isn't it? You know, as we all do. But just, guys, if you do want to see what we're doing it and when we are doing it, do head over to simcadeleague.co.uk. Every single link that you need, whether it's Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the lot, including our sponsor, Takona. Why we're doing what we're doing here, we're raising some money for Calm this season. Everything is on our website. So, guys, there you go. Ninja's there with the links. Yeah, I don't even know why I do this sometimes. It's so good. But guys, do check out the links. See what we're doing. Dodo, it's been an absolute pleasure again to have you with me, and it's absolutely fantastic having you there for F1. I know that we've had a bit of a shake up with the season, but yeah, pleasure as always, and thank you very much for being there.
It's my pleasure. Always good to join you in the commentary box. So maybe we'll see everyone next week.
I mean, never say never, right?
Exactly.
Right. Well, what has been a fantastic race, fantastic commentary. Not for myself, obviously. I'm not going to boast myself. But thank you very much for being there. Everybody, I hope you have a wonderful evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you all next week. Track next week, really, really quickly, is Red Bull Ring, so Austria. Oh, we're talking about Austria in the race. So, guys, do come and check out that next week. That starts at 7 next Thursday. We also do have ACC on Tuesday and Gran Turismo on Wednesday, so stay tuned. And that is another week of racing done here at Simcade. So thank you very much, Dodo, and I will see you very, very soon. All the best, everybody. Good night.